Hello, just a fairly short, quick video today. Um, a little tutorial to work on just in my spare time. I've noticed this, I think 2 days ago, while I was sat at my desk, and it's saved me a lot of hassle trying to work out how to make one from scratch. So if you've seen the title or the thumbnail, you'll know I'm making a rig for animation today. You basically only need this. There's one other piece you'll need, and if you've got a rig point in your armature like I do, I've got this brass square tube that runs through his torso. Then you're going to need your male piece for that. So for mine, it's just a piece of brass that's the same inner diameter. You can do it without. You can choose the crocodile clips and like clamp onto the metal frame. If you're just going to have clothing, you can slip this in between a gap in between the costume, and that'll work fine. Or if you know your character's resilient enough, you can just straight up clamp him. But for me personally, I'm going to be using the rigging point that I've made. So for this here, you can see this is a little bit loose. This is a very cheap one that I bought from Amazon. It's slightly different to the one that I've used for my own personal one, but this is practically the same. They're not very expensive. They're just bits of metal. I think this was £10 with next day delivery, because I wanted this specific design, because I'm going to be giving this one back to my university, because I have taken theirs and turned it into this, which is the rigging point for my stop motions. Yeah, now that I've come this far with this, and I'm really happy with how this works, I'm going to be returning this one. It's also got a slightly different crocodile clip joint to the one that mine had, to the one that university had. They're not too bothered, so I'll just be... I think they actually said I could keep this without returning a new one. However, with the way the course is, I would quite like to make sure that the next student that needs a set of helping hands for soldering or circuit wiring actually has one in the university and doesn't have to go out their way and buy one or struggle to make their circuit. So I will be returning a third hand to the university. The one that the university had that I'm using basically had it so the crocodile clips can be unscrewed and taken out. That doesn't help at all when you're soldering or making circuits. There's no reason for it to do it for that, other than that's how it was constructed. Obviously this one's being constructed with the ball joint attached to the crocodile clip, whereas you can see here, this piece here was what you would unscrew to attach that. So I can actually remove the brass piece, so if you've got different characters, you can do that. I'll leave that out for now. But anyway, on with this tutorial. I'm not going to be separating these pieces, although you could do. You'll see why you might want to do that later. But basically, this arrived from Amazon, and this thread's quite weak, so I don't want to unscrew it and not be able to screw it back on, because it's not the best threaded bit of metal, and I don't want to risk ruining it, because the odds of you having to undo this while soldering is very low, but I don't want to risk breaking that. So you can just unscrew these with this little clamp piece here, and then you've got your wing nuts for the rest. And I'm just going to unscrew this one. Once it's loose enough, it all just comes off. You can slide this piece off, and you've essentially got a rig here. You can then adjust it. You can unscrew this a little bit more than you would for the rest. You can see they've got a little inset here to stop them coming all the way out. It's kind of pointless, I don't know why they've put it there, but it is there. And then you've got your rig if you just want a crocodile clip set up. And this is practically the same as the rig that I've got, because it's got the same joint. We can arch this up, and then instead of having the crocodile clip that would normally be inserted and clamped in there, this one is attached to the ball joint, so it's already on. Now if you did want to change it so you could clamp your piece in, all you need to do is unscrew this, and you can remove that one, and then you would just put this piece on, but for the sake of not risking breaking it again, I'm going to take it from here, unscrew this one. This is another way of rigging it, by the way. Oops. And now you've got this. And you can take this piece. Oops, let me just undo this. So where your crocodile clip was initially, you can put that through there instead. and this should slide in. Or not, that's absolutely fine. Come on. There we go. Ironically, you could do with a third hand for assembling a third hand. It's just how things like this tend to go. And then you've got your original piece here from the bottom clamp. And then, again, this is a really finicky project to do, but it does help a lot with your stop motions, so I would recommend doing it. And there you go, you've got your rig set up the same as it was originally with this joint here, but instead of, I mean, again, like I said, you could keep this here and just take it from a magnifying glass if you're not going to use it, but I will be returning this to the university, so I don't really want to take it away. And then similar to how this piece is done, you've just got a right angle instead, which won't make a difference because it's on a ball joint, so you can manoeuvre it just as much as you would the original way. I want to just tighten that in quite a bit. This is just me proving that it'll work with the brass section. I'm tighten this one up as well so it's not moving quite as much. And then you can see down there, just by tightening this piece, it will eventually run the entire way through, like that. And there you go, once it's clamped, there's your rig. So it works with pretty much any of these. I would recommend the ones where you can remove the clamp. But that's now perfect to do a walking animation with, or if you wanted to, move him out of the way to rest him against here for a second, you could then arch this all the way up. This one might actually work better for certain animation styles, because you can see it's straight out now. Put it all the way up there, and you've got a jumping animation. Oh. You will have to work a little bit on tightening clamps and things until you're happy with it. You can see just like that, he is being held airborne. Okay, well I need to tighten that a bit more, but he will be held up in the air by it. Because it's a cast iron base, it's usually heavier than the armature you're working with. You can also get bigger third hands, he's just going to keep falling down I think, that have more to them, and will have a bigger base. You can also shop around for them. But yeah, that's how you make a third hand out of... No, that's not how you make a third hand, it's how you make a rigging point, or a rig, out of a third hand. I'm now going to take the tedious time of reassembling this back to a third hand, and then return it to the university. Thank you guys for watching, I hope this has been helpful in some form. I wish I'd known that this was a thing, because it took me a fair while to try to work it out, until I eventually just got fidgety, dismantled my third hand, and then realised I could use it for the rig. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this has been useful.